Hello, we represent the New Jersey Desert Biome Investors, and this is a message to inform the public of genetically modified organism in the desert biome. We have the desert horn lizard. To modify this amphibian, we will be using genes of a cactus to help store more water. This will provide more water for organisms in this biome because the lizard will be able to store more water using minimal water from the lakes. This affects the ecosystem because due to the other organisms having more water, the population will flourish. The one disadvantage of this overpopulation is that there will not be enough plants for the amphibians to eat. But if we have an overpopulation, the coyotes will be able to eat this and the population of the coyotes will flourish.
Secondly, we plan to genetically modify the prairie dog in order to make it photosynthetic. This affects the biome because it makes sure that the prairie dog does not become extinct. Recently, prairie dogs have had large competition with cows. This affects other organisms because cows, the prairie dog's competition, will have a sufficient food source to feed its population. A disadvantage is that cows may become overpopulated. They have less competition for food, which means that their food source is greater. This is also an advantage because cow population will not go extinct.
The next organism we are going to genetically alter is the desert cottontail. We want to alter this organism because it is the primary prey of many predators. We are going to modify this organism by giving it the gene which gives porcupines their quills to have it be able to defend itself from its predators. This is good because we want to preserve the desert cottontail for other generations to enjoy their fluffiness. The only negative would be overpopulation, however this will be regulated by nature itself, so really it's not a problem.
Our next organism to be modified is a dromedary camel, which we will modify by inserting Sythrin 10% into the cell to protect the camel from gastrointestinal helminthosis. This trait will benefit the biome because the camel is the lion's prey. So if the camel is resistant to this illness, the lion will be able to eat it. A disadvantage is that there will be an overpopulation of camels in the desert, and there will not be enough plants or rodents for the camel to eat.
Our last organism we will modify is the desert coyote. We will use the trait from the eelpout fish to make the coyote's skin heat resistant. This will benefit the biome because the coyote is already hot, living with fur in such a hot climate, so this new trait will be able to help it cool down and hopefully not overheat. Though this could affect the ecosystem by having an overpopulation of coyotes, which could affect their prey because they would be even more hunted on. This overpopulation of coyotes could be a disadvantage for the biodiversity of the desert, but is an advantage for the coyote population.